Hi guys, back out at the Crayfish grow out pond on Toon and Leigh's farm here in Thailand, and today I'm going to show you how to do something very quick and simple, hopefully that's going to get crayfish breeding again. So if you tuned into the last video that we did about crayfish, you see that we've been having a few problems as regards getting the females up the duff. In the breeding tanks, concrete breeding tanks, no problem at all. They're almost constantly pregnant. In the ponds, not so much. So thanks for all your tips and advice and things to consider why they're not breeding in here. We've had certain things like a lack of oxygen, maybe it's a food thing. Someone called Joseph was very helpful. He actually keeps crayfish, and he was saying it could be something to do with stress because the girls haven't got enough places to hide. And you know, they feel safe, and then they'll get buried up. Buried up just means that they're carrying their eggs. And also the depth of the water. So what I'm going to do today is knock up something very quickly that will kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. One, it will give shelter for the girls to feel safe, and two, it's going to enable the crayfish to get higher in the water column. So if it is a temperature thing or maybe an oxygen thing, we can get them closer to the surface, then hopefully they'll start breeding. We've also started dropping the level furthermore on this grow out pond. It is dropping anyway because of the dry season, but now we're starting to pump water out of here to irrigate certain things on the land. We were using some of the other ponds, but we thought, well, if it is something to do with the depth of water, let's get it down. We've also increased the food that's going in here, so we're really doing everything. I don't want to start adding oxygen in here. I don't think it's that, but if we try everything else first, and it is that, then we'll start pumping air into here. Although we're on solar here, it doesn't take a lot of power out of a system just to pump some air into the water. Right then, let's show you something quick and easy, which I think is ingenious. And again, it's going to kill two birds with one stone, because what I've got behind the camera has been in a pain in the arse. Well, not so much a pain in the arse. It's been I've been racking my brains how to deal with this. Let's go and have a butcher's, eh? Now, as some of you will know, we grow a lot of bamboo here on Paw Pang Farm. We do the big Taiwan bamboo, which is over yonder. There's over 150 plants of those. But here are a couple of bamboo plants. One Toon put in a couple of years ago. She hasn't took care of it, but it's still growing. And another one Toon's dad put in here a long time ago, probably 15 years ago. And they're the native Thai bamboo varieties. Now, we use these in light construction. When I say light construction, they don't last particularly long. Normally, just the weather, I mean, it's so fierce out here, you know, rainy season on top of the strong sun as well. They soon break down, plus loads of bits and bobs. You get termites, and then there's sort of like a weevil that burrows in there as well. But we do get through quite a lot of it. The byproduct from that, one is the leaves. Look at that, loads of the stuff. So dry season, loads of this falls to the ground. We use it in three main areas. One is in my raised bed areas, use it as a bit of a mulch. I put a little bit into the compost as well for selenium. The selenium is very good for the goats. The goats like eating this, probably like eating a little bit too much in the dry season, so they've just about cleared out all our top layer mulch using this. And I also use it in our chicken coop as part of the deep litter system. The chickens don't eat this, but it breaks down. They like scratching around in it, and you know, they'll look for bugs in there as well. But even by using the leaves and the main bit of the bamboo, it does leave some awkward bits. It gets tangled with everything. It takes ages to break down. It's just like a bunch of spiders' legs. It's horrible to be around. So what I have been doing is picking them up when the leaves have started to dry on them. So we've cut them down, used the big bits, and then as the leaves turn to yellow, I just hang these over the raised beds and give them a good shaking. Then every now and again I'll rake these up, throw some to the goats and throw some to the chickens in the coop. But it leaves us this. So what I'm thinking is, if I wrap a load together and weight it down, because bamboo is buoyant. Now, I'm not sure how much weight it's going to take to get it down. I think a lot. But I don't know. I haven't got a lot of weights to get it down. So well, here it is. It looks tiny, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this down the side of the pond. So I'm going to wrap it around the bamboo, get it fairly tight together into a bundle, and then just slip it down the side. And then hopefully, as the crayfish come up the side, then they can start to get into the nest. So if it is the depth of water that's an issue, then that will keep them higher up in the water column. Hopefully that's where it's a little bit warmer. They'll feel safe. A lot higher surface area. I mean, you look at that there, there's going to be lots of algae growth on there. Hopefully it will give some safe places for the snails to get on there. The more snails we can get in there, then the more eggs they will lay, and crayfish love to eat the baby snail eggs that freshly hatch. So I'm going to squeeze these together, tie it up, and I'm going to throw it in, see what happens. There we have it, in a blink of an eye. Job's a good one. So I'm just going to carry it over to the pond, launch it in the side, and then hopefully it will just stay semi-submerged at the edge, and then as the levels go up and down, this will move with it. That's the idea anyway. All right, let's try and pick it up without impaling myself. There's one very good reason why I've chosen this side of the pond to throw this in now. It's because it was the shortest distance from where I made this, and carrying it was like trying to shake hands with Edward Scissorhands. It's a painful experience. So I'm going to launch it in without launching myself in, and let's see. Jan Zalesny. My weighting mechanism may not have functioned quite as I'd like. It's not bad though, considering it's just launched in, and I don't know whether the camera's picking up on it. It is slowly sinking down a little bit. Crayfish are going to go crazy on that. I think that's going to work out really well. Fortunately, I haven't got much patience. I could do with a really long stick and give that a poke. I could do with a bamboo stick. Gang, could you just nip down there and give that a bit of a poke, girl? Hey? I'm going to say useless, girl. But last night you scared an intruder off, didn't you? Eh? Someone was having a look round the farm, and you and Spoon saw them off, didn't you? Good girl. So, you're in my good books at the moment. Right, we'll leave that to work its magic. And like I said before, with dropping the levels up in the feed, I think we're gonna get a result. May take a week or two, or maybe a little bit longer, but I'm sure we'll get there. If you just look to the side, look what the missus made me do. Crayfish for dinner again. I know how the other half live. Posh. Right, from me and gang, ta-da for now.